All right, so you got your lead magnet funnel together. You ready to catch you some leads, right? You out there marketing. But wait a minute, you forgot something. You forgot to connect that lead magnet funnel to AWeber. You got to have something to put the leads in, right? Well, I got the answer for you. That's why I'm going to give you a HBA funnel builder tutorial on how to connect your lead magnet funnel to AWeber in minutes. All right, because we don't want you losing no leads, baby. And don't worry, it's going to be step by step too. So all you got to do is follow that. Even if you have to pause the video, that's what you got to do. Do what you got to do. All right. But I'm going to get you straight, and I'm going to make sure that I give you some checks, some what shall we say? Some ways to make sure, some accuracy checks to make sure that you set it up properly. Okay. Because I want you to be able to connect your lead magnet funnel one time and be good to go. Because y'all know I like to work smarter, not harder. So let's go ahead, man. Let me go ahead and show you how to do this thing. Let's rock. All right, so you want to make sure that you're logged into your accounts and that you have everything that you're going to need. And I'm going to show you. All right, so you want to make sure that you're logged into your AWeber account. Okay, don't forget, if you don't have AWeber already, there'll be a link down below for you to go ahead and grab it. All right. Then you're going to also make sure that you're logged into the HBA funnel builder. Okay, right here we're inside of the funnel builder. Okay, and you want to be on the page that you're actually going to connect. You know, the lead magnet funnel that you're actually going to connect. Just go ahead and get to that opt-in page. All right, and I have mine right here. Now, if you have not already created your lead magnet funnel, you can actually watch one of the videos that I did on doing a simple opt-in funnel. All right. I'll make sure that I leave that on the end screen. So it'll be at the end of this video on the end screen. I'll make sure I leave that for you so you can watch that video just in case you haven't already done that. And another prep thing that you should already have done is you actually should already have AWeber integrated into HBA, okay, into the HBA system itself, right? You should already have that integrated. All right, we did that on another video. If you have not already done the actual integration to make sure that the API key is connected, don't worry about it. I'll make sure I leave that video for you at the end as well, so you know how to integrate HBA with AWeber. All right, so now that you got the preliminaries out of the way as far as the setup, the other things you want to have ready, and I like to have, I'll be honest, I like to have things ready as much as possible, so that way the process will go smooth. So the next thing that I want you to have ready is whatever welcome email, because basically when someone opts into your lead magnet funnel, right, they're going to get an email that says something, says, hey, thank you, for signing up for my list, and here's your freebie, whatever freebie you're giving them, right? Something simple. Now, if you are in HBA with me, okay, and you have access to my marketer's cheat code, and then you already have access to the both the lead magnet that we're going to be using today, for this demonstration, but also you have access to the welcome email that comes with it. Okay, so seeing as how the page that we're doing this on is for the last minute packing panic, right? This is one for a travel agent. All right, and it works the same with any page. This is just the one we use for demonstration purposes. So that's the email that we're going to put in there. And for me, you may already have that email pasted on a notepad somewhere. I have it already copied onto a notepad as well. And I just like to put it in a notepad right here on my computer. All right, boom. So it's already there. All right, so I don't have to worry about writing it out at that time or anything like that. I already have it ready to copy and paste for when I need it. These are just preliminary things you want to have so that everything could go nice and smooth. All right, and the next thing that you want to have handy already is you want to have the link to the lead magnet, right? In this case, we're going to be giving a person a downloadable checklist, okay, a PDF, all right? So you want to have the link to that, because that link is going to go inside of the email. Like, let me show you real quick. Like on the email, it says click here to download your checklist, and that's where you're going to, paste in the link, right? So you need to have the link to your actual lead magnet. Now, of course, use whatever lead magnet you have for your funnel, but if you're inside of HBA with me, you get a lead magnet. And let me go ahead and show you one of the cool things about HBA is that when we're dealing with these lead magnets or any type of files, we're actually able to host these files on HBA, which is really cool. So you don't have to worry about using a third-party tool, uploading it to a third-party tool or anything like that. We can just host it right inside of the HBA funnel builder. And I'm going to show you real quick how to do that because it's super simple. So you're going to come over here to where it says funnel settings, the little gear icon right here. Hit funnel settings. Then you're going to go up here to where it says file manager. Go up here to where it says file manager. And I'm actually going to be doing this, live here, so that way you can see me do it in real time. Then it goes up to, it says view all files. So go to view all files. All right. And then here is where you have any, files that you have uploaded, because they're all stored here. So that way we'll be able to get a link. Yep. You'll be able to get a link to your PDF that you have or whatever document that you're using. So to do that, I need to upload that file, because you see I already have a couple in here, but that's not the one that I'm using. So I'm going to go to upload file, and I'm just going to download it from my computer. All right, and as you see, it's downloaded. It's doing this little swirly twirly type situation. It's downloaded to my computer, right? All right, so now, it's downloaded into the funnel builder. Now that it's here, now if you hover over it, notice that it has a little link icon. So I'm going to be able to get the link for it right here. Just click it. It says the URL copy. Now I have a link. So that way, basically, anytime someone clicks that link, as long as I keep it hosted inside of the HBA funnel builder, anytime someone clicks that link for my lead magnet, they're going to be able to open it up. Easy peasy, baby. So we'll go ahead and close that. All right. And now that I have that link for me, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I just paste that somewhere so I can have that. So as a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and paste it inside of the email template. So let me go back to the email template, because that just makes more sense, right? Right here it says click here to check, download your checklist. I'm going to just go ahead and boom, paste it in here. All right. As a matter of fact, no, I'm not going to paste it in there. I'm going to hyperlink it because it is a long link. I'm going to hyperlink it into, so let me put that back. I'm going to hyperlink it into the email. All right. So I'll just paste it right here just so I'll have it. Okay. And I'll show you how to hyperlink it once we get over to doing the email inside of AWeber. All right. So the next thing that we want to do is we need to actually create our list inside of AWeber. All right. So I'm going to show you the way of creating a new list. Now, if you already have a list created, then you already got this done, baby. You know what I'm saying? You already know how to do it. Don't worry about it, right? But I'm going to actually create a new list inside of AWeber, so that way I can show all the people who don't know how to do it. Okay, so let's go over to AWeber. So once you're logged into your AWeber account, you want to come up here where it says list. And if you come over here and click this little arrow to the right, it'll drop down and show you all the lists that you have. And you may not have a list. That this may be your first time having the account, and that's okay. Either way, right, we're going to create a new list because that's what we're doing in this video. We're doing a new list, create new list. Now, if you were using your old list, then you could go to manage list, and then you could do everything I'm about to show you inside of that. But in this case, we're creating a new list inside of AWeber, so we go to create new list. And it takes us over here. Let me move this a little bit so that way you can see everything. All right. And we're just going to fill this information out. Okay. So the first thing it asks us for is our company name. Now, your company name could literally be your name. Don't overthink it, guys. All right. Don't overthink it. It could be your name. So in my case, I'm just going to put Coach D. Okay. All right. Now it says you could put your website or your Facebook page, and that's optional. All right. So whatever you want to put, if you already have a website, you can put that. Or if you just want to put your Facebook page, you can put that. But it's optional. So, use whichever one you want. Right. So I could put my Facebook page. That's fine. All right. So I got my Facebook page. And down here it says this is the email that's going to show, the address that's going to show at the bottom of your email. So you put in your address. All right. Whatever that is. Now, you may want to use an address that's not the same as your home address. Maybe you have another address to use, whatever you want to do. All right. But just put in the address, because at the end of the day, that's the rules. You got to put in an address. All right. So once you click the address that you want to use, go ahead and hit next. All right. Next, it's going to tell you to give your list a name. So list name. Don't overthink it. Whatever your list is going to be about. Right. And this is a new list. So and seeing as how this is travel, for the traveling industry, that would probably be a traveling list, right? So I'll say travel industry, right? For the description, you could put the description in as well, or you do put a description in as well. All right, so I'll put Coach D's travel tips. All right, because I like to brand myself inside of the description. So that way, if the person sees the description that they're of the list that they're actually, subscribed to, they see my name. All right, Coach D's travel tips. Real simple. All right, and then you're gonna put the name that it's from. All right, so that way when they get the email, it's like, who is this email coming from? It's not coming from Boogeyman, right? I mean, unless your name Boogeyman, So this list is coming from Coach D. All right, or whatever name that you want it to come from. All right. Next, where it says the from address. Okay, now you want to put in the address here. This is the address that's going to show up where the email is coming from. That's what's going to show up on a system for the other person who's receiving it. And you want this to be a domain name, right? A domain email address, something that's like, let's say 𝐘𝐨𝐮'Marketing.com is your domain, but you may have an email address that says hello@𝐘𝐨𝐮'Marketing.com, for example. Okay, that's what I mean by a domain email address. You don't want to use one of the free ones. You don't want to use Yahoo or Gmail, any of that. Okay, so just make sure it's a domain email address. And you can just go ahead and put that in, or I'll choose one in my case. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and once you have that, you go ahead and click next. All right, now before you do that, if for whatever reason you don't have your domain name for your email, okay, then you want to make sure that you already have that situated. All right, so that way you could put that in there. All right, if you don't, then it'll prompt you to do that. Okay, and we'll cover that on another video. All right, but on this one, assumes that you already do have that, because that's something that you would actually get from, like, if you're using the domain registrar that I use Ionis. All right, we actually get that free when you get a domain name. When you get a domain name from Ionis, you actually get a free email address, so I never have to pay for email addresses. Don't worry, if you want to use the same domain company that I use, I'll make sure I leave that information down below for you, okay? Because like I said, it comes with the free business email address. All right, so go ahead and hit next. All right, and on this next part, it's talking about the confirmation message that people will receive. We're not too worried about this. Because I'm going to show you how to take off the double opt-in. That means when a person opts in to your lead magnet, they don't get a message that says, hey, you need to confirm your email address first, right? You won't have to worry about that. They'll be able to go directly onto your list, okay? Now, keep in mind, I do have the Plus plan inside of AWeber, so you can do this with the Plus plan, okay? But I go over more about that in that video I showed you that you'll have at the end for the integration. I go over more about, the different options. But anyway, so it says, okay, it says English. All right, confirm your subscription. We'll just leave that. Okay, go ahead and create list. And the reason we're leaving all of this is because we're not even going to use it anyway, right? So create list. All right, now that we have the list created, we actually now are going to go ahead and make sure we have the settings in that list the way that we want. Okay, so we can turn off the double opt-in. So we're going to go ahead and choose that list. So go back over here where it says list at the top left. All right, and that already has that new list that that we just had. It actually is already on that, right? But if it wasn't, then you will find it in a drop down, but it's already on that because we just created it. So travel industry was the list. The next thing that we're going to do is we need to go down to list options and then list settings, right? We just hit the drop down for list options and then list settings. Because this, like I said, what we're about to do is making sure that when a person opts into our lead magnet funnel, that they're able to get in there without having to opt in twice, basically. All right, and here you have basic settings, which we already put that information in. If you needed to edit anything here, then you do so, but that's not what we're concerned about because we just did that. Okay, we go over here to the next thing we're gonna do is go over here to confirmation message. Click that. All right, so once we're over here, confirmation message, we're gonna scroll down. Okay, scroll all the way down. All right, and what we want to do is this is where we're going to turn off the double opt-in where it says send confirmation for AWeber sign-up forms. We're going to toggle that to the left so that way it's off. If it was still blue, that means it's on, right? So by default, it was on, okay? And then the next one where it says send a confirmation for subscribers added via API, we're going to turn that off. That is how you turn off the double opt-in, all right? So that way a person does not have to opt into your lead magnet funnel twice, okay? Then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit save list settings because we have everything saved. We don't have to change any of the other stuff because we're not, doing anything else. We already turned off the double opt-in. So hit save list settings at the lower right, this blue save list settings. And you see this green, it lets you know it was successful, that we saved the list inside of AWeber. All right, now we got our list set up. Now we need to make sure that we put in that first email in our list. So that way, when a person opts into your lead magnet funnel, okay, they're going to opt in, and we're going to go through that demo once we get it set up. They're going to opt in, and then they're going to receive your first message. Your first message is the one like we already created. We got that copied, right? That's going to give them the lead magnet, right? See how everything goes together? So to do that, we need to come over to automation. Over here, the little drop down for automation, then go to workflows. Now, if you use AWeber before, but it's been a while, maybe used in the past, they switched up a little bit. So now it's called workflows inside of AWeber. Now it's called workflows, just let you know. All right, so that way, if you see another training somewhere else and it doesn't show that it's workflows, it just changed up the name and it changed up how they do it a little bit. So you're in for a treat. You get the most updated information. So go ahead and hit workflows. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually create a workflow. So we can hit create workflow. And then in our case, we're going to start from scratch. Right here, it says start from scratch, hit select. And then it says which subscribers will join this workflow. And we're going to say add all new subscribers who join my list. Okay. Now we're not doing anything with the tag feature on this video. We'll cover that on another video. Right now, we're doing the basic setup. All right. So you don't have to worry about anything advanced. Don't get too technical on yourself. Right. No need to stress yourself out. Right. Go ahead and say add all new subscribers who join my list. Click that. All right. And then it says who will start this workflow. We're going to say all subscribers, regardless of how they join the list. We'll say all of them. All right. Go ahead and hit done. All right, the next thing this is where we go ahead and, work out our workflow, as it's called. You see this little plus button right here? It's like, all right, so the subscriber joins your list. Now what? So go ahead and hit the plus button for add a step. And then basically we want it to be, all right, we want it to be as soon as they join our list, they send out the message. We send them the message. All right. Now, yes, there will be times where you want to put a wait time on it. There will be times for that where you want to put a wait time, like maybe you want to wait 2 minutes to send it out. Then you use this wait. But for our purposes and how I do it, all right, for this particular lead magnet, I want to send it to them right away. I don't want them to have to wait for this particular lead magnet. So we just hit message, click it. All right. And then right here it says create message. So we want to go ahead and create a message. Click it. So that way we can create the message. All right. And now we could put it in our subject line. So let's go back to our message. Let's go back to our message. All right. So I didn't put a subject line, but don't worry about it. We're just going to put a subject line. Let's say, and it'll be basically letting the person know that, they're on the right track to receive their freebie. So we're going to say your checklist, your checklist awaits, your packing checklist awaits. All right. And then you can put something down here for the preview text, just down here. I typically do. That's the part where, like, when you check your email, like before you actually click it, you can see part of the message, and that's what the preview text is. I always enter it because why not? And it's like and I'll say something like no forgetting what to pack. I got you. All right. Something real simple. And it says best practices. See the little green check mark. All right, cool. We good. It's not too long. It don't sound too spammy. We good. Go ahead and do that. Done. All right. The next thing we do is now we're going to start crafting our email. Okay. And we can copy this right here. Okay. And like I said, you'll have access to, if you joined HBA with me, you'll have access to this email. It's congruent with this travel agent lead magnet that we're using. All right, so you can just come over here and select it. And we're just going to paste it right here. And you see the section right here, then we're just not going to use that section right here. All right, So pull that up, backspace. All right. And then we just read it and make sure it sounds good, because we also have to put in our link. But that's why we put these little brackets around the areas that you need to fill in, right? So go ahead and fill those in. So it says, click here to download your link. And I'm going to show you right here. Right here. So instead of saying link, we're going to say checklist. Click here to download your checklist. And we're going to get the link for that checklist. Remember, we got it over here. Move this, move this, move this. All right, we got the link. Highlight the whole link. Highlight the whole link, baby. Copy. Copy. Move that out the way. All right. So now we're going to hover over, or select, excuse me, checklist. And then we're going to hyperlink it. You see where this little link sign comes up right here? That's letting you know that's how you hyperlink it. You click it. All right, and you paste the link in there. You got the little green check. It's like, all right, everything's good. All right, hit save. All right, and what I like to do is, if I include a link in an email, this is just my personal preference, I just like to highlight that link. So I'll hit this little highlighter up here. All right, this thing right here. While it's still highlighted, I'll hit this little pin looking thing, right? And then go custom. I'll just make it yellow. All right. Boom. Now we just read the rest of it and fill in any of the brackets that you need to fill in, or you can edit it however you want. Save it to print, talk soon, travel agent's name. All right. So that means I need to put my name in there. All right. And no, don't leave the brackets. I did that one time. I forgot. All right. Click here to book a call with me. All right. And I say, click here to book a call with me. And I'll just put my phone number. All right. And I'll say, you can book a call with me. All right. Now, if you're going to hyperlink that, you can do that. But I'll just change it to, you can book a call with me here. And I'll say, oh, no, that's right. That click here to book a call with me, I forgot about that. That's if you have a calendar set up. My bad. That's if you have a calendar set up, right? Because we have the ability to do booking pages inside of HBA as well. So if you have your booking page, then it would be click here to book a call with me. It would be click here to book a call with me. All right, and you would just hyperlink it. Link, and you'll put in the link to your booking page. All right. I don't have a booking page set up for this. This is just a demo. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. If you didn't need it, then guess what? You would delete it. If you didn't need it, you just delete it. Okay. And then it says, or call me directly at, and then this is where I put my phone number. All right. Now down here, we don't need this part. We're done. So you hover over it right here. Make sure I'm deleting the right part though. Okay, yeah. All right. So you hover over it and then you come over to the right as we hover over and hit the little trash box. All right, so we got rid of that box and we don't need this part down here. So we hover over this little, that right there. All right, because we don't need it. All right, so look, all right, bet. Go ahead and hit save, save and exit right here. You can preview and test it. You can preview and test the email as well if you want to do that. What that means is like you get the email sent to, one of your email addresses just to check it out. So you can hit preview and test, okay? And you can send it to one of your email addresses and check it out. We're not going to do that right now, but if you did, you would just put in your email address, meaning your personal one, because it'll just send you that email so that way you can see what it looks like, right? You can do that. You will put in your email address and then hit send test, all right? The other thing you can do from over here, which is pretty cool, you can actually see what it looks like on mobile. You click over here, it says mobile preview. All right, so that way you can like, oh, yay, wonderful, right? All right. So, but like I said, and if there's something you want to change, you could just go back to the editor here and it'll take you back to where we just were and you could change something. All right. Other than that, you go ahead and hit save and exit. All right. That brings us over here. All right. So now we got our email in there. Okay. And then from there, we're good to go. Now, of course, if you want to like add more emails and you just continue with the process, you put a wait time in between. Like if you want to send an email a day later, 2 days later, 3 days later. But right now we're just doing the welcome email. So, we'll be good. Then we need to make sure we hit publish. This is important. You got to hit publish, man. You got to hit publish. All right. Once you're done, hit publish up here at the upper right. And it says your workflow is on. So it's letting you know that it's on and publish. So we hit exit. Move this out of the way. And it says status on. And we didn't title it. We didn't title the workflow. We can hover over it, hit edit. And we come over here, hit edit. And we can title the workflow. So just in case if you wanted to, it could say travel checklist. Right? Just so you can keep up. That's for you. If you keep up with it yourself, just for you to keep up with it. That's for you. All right. And we hit, and notice it's already published. Okay. All we did was change this name. All right. It's already published, already on. So we hit exit. All right. So now you know what that workflow is for. All right. Now we have everything connected inside of our AWeber. We want to go back over to HBA because what we're going to do in our funnel builder is we're going to now make sure that that list is connected. Because remember, the first time we made sure that when you did the integration on the integration video, we made sure that AWeber was connected to the HBA funnel builder. That's on the video. If you haven't watched it, like I said, I'll leave it at the end screen. But now we want to make sure that this email sequence that we just created, our welcome email, is connected to our lead magnet funnel. Okay, so go back over to funnel builder. Okay, over to our page, right? And over here, what we do is you go to wherever the box is for your opt-in form. So that's here. This is the opt-in form. You're going to click it. Hit this little gear icon where it says edit settings, little gear icon. Edit settings. All right. And there's a couple things that we're going to do in here. All right. Right here where it says form name, you could name that. I had to give it a name, so I put test, but you would name it something that you would recognize because we do have a CRM inside of the HBA funnel builder. So you'll be able to recognize that when you go on and look for it. So I'll just put travel checklist. So that way, if I was if this wasn't a demo and I was using that, this is exactly what I would do. I would put in travel checklist. So I'll know that, okay, this is what that's for. Okay. Then this is checked by default, which says not notify me on new form submission. What that is, and I really like this feature for HBA is when someone opts into your page, they opt into any of your landing pages, or in this case, our lead magnet funnel. When they opt in, we can have HBA send us an alert, letting us know that we have a subscriber on that list. That's pretty dope, right? So I'm going to actually do that. I'm going to tell it to alert me. All right, so you put in whatever email address you want to send that to, okay? Now, the next thing that we need to do is here where it says AWeber settings. Down here at the bottom says AWeber settings. Click it. All right, now it's telling us to choose the list. See, if we wouldn't have created the list first, we wouldn't be able to see this list on the drop down. It literally, this pulls up, okay, because everything is integrated between the HBA builder and AWeber, it'll pull up all the lists that you have in your AWeber account, all of them. So you go down to the one that we just created, which is travel industry. Click it. Confirm. Then next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna click out of it. We're gonna hit save. Now I want to show you something real quick. All right. Let me go back to it. I'm gonna show you something real quick. We're not doing it on this video. That's not what I meant to do. But it has the option to be able to tag as well. But again, that's something I'll show you on another video because using tags is, a little bit more advanced. Like you don't have to do that stuff just to set this up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have tags on everything. Like it's not a necessity, but I want to mention that's where it was, just in case you saw this video and you were already at the advanced stage. You feel me? Right? So click out of it. And so now when somebody opts into your lead magnet funnel, now you have everything connected properly. And to make sure that you have everything connected, I have about like 6 accuracy checks, right? Because the last thing you want to have happen is you take your time to go ahead and do this and everything, and then have it to where it's not working because you didn't check it. Okay, you want to make sure, because you're human, you can make mistakes, right? So I have about 6 accuracy checks, and I'm gonna go through real quick and show you how to do those. So to do that, we're gonna go ahead and get our link because we're gonna basically, act like we're a customer. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna act like we're a customer. So we're gonna get our live link here. We can just click this. Let's take us to our live page. All right, so we can get that link. I like to do this in an incognito window, by the way. That's why I'm copying the link. Copy. That's why I'm doing that. I like to do it in an incognito window. So I'll go here. and I'll go into an incognito window. So I'll paste the link into an incognito window. All right. And then when you opt in, you want to use an email address that you have not used, okay, yet, for your AWeber. So that way it sees you as a new subscriber. Okay. You want to see you as a new subscriber. So let me make sure that I have a new email address, that I know which one that I need to use. All right, cool. So go ahead and opt into your own page using, like I said, a different email. So put your name. Okay, mine says first name. Okay. And then put your email address. Hey, give me the free guide. All right, now the first check that we're looking for is, did it send you to the thank you page? The thank you page, of course, is what you already set up in your lead magnet funnel, because remember, we already did that. Remember, you already had your funnel set up. Remember that? Remember that? And if you didn't, you're going to watch that video at the end. Right. All right. So, all right. Here already got the thank you page. All right. Booyaka, booyaka, bop, bop. Right. So that's the first check. Make sure you went to your thank you page, because you want to make sure that everything you did before is still proper, that you didn't break anything. You feel me? All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to check to make sure, did you get an email from HBA? Did you get an email notifying you that you opted in? I mean, did you? Well, let's see. All right, so right here you see that we did get that alert letting us know that we did get a subscriber. All right, it says right here is letting me know you have a new form submission. And when you open it up, it's going to let you know that, what subdomain it was on. Okay. It's going to let you know the name of the form. Because remember, I told you we named the form. So that way you already know what the name of the form is. Right there, it gives you the person's first name, and it gives you person's email address they put in. Whatever information that person put in on that form that you had, it's going to be there. So that way that's the first, that's actually the second. The second confirmation, like, yeah, okay, he's working so far. Perfect. All right. Now, what's the next thing? Check to see if you actually received the email yet. Check to see, like, you put in an email address saying that you wanted the checklist, right? Well, check that email list. That email, and see, did you get the checklist? Did you get it? Let's see. All right. Now, right here, it shows that I did get it. It says Coach D, from Coach D, your packing checklist awaits. Click it. Says, hey there, thanks for grabbing my last minute packing checklist, blazzy, 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 blah. Right? So I got the checklist, just like it said, right? And the other thing, I want to make sure that I actually can click this link, because remember, we made this a clickable link. So we want to make sure that this link actually is working out for us. So let's go ahead and click this link. Boom. You see? We got the checklist. We got it, baby. It came like it's supposed to. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check on the AWeber side. Now, first, yes, I know. If we actually receive the email, that means AWeber is working properly. Because otherwise, we wouldn't have received the packing checklist, right? But I'm going to show you that, so that way you can see how it looks inside of your AWeber when the person goes into your list, okay? So we'll go back to our AWeber, okay? And then we'll refresh. All right, and we refresh the page so that way it can show us the new information, and you'll see now, okay, on the subscribers. Let me take you back through it. As a matter of fact. Go up here, hit AWeber. And the only reason I did that because I want to take you back through it, because you might be like, how do I get to my subscribers? I get it. Want to make sure you're on the correct list, which we are, the travel industry. That's the one we're doing, right? So go down here where it says subscribers. Over on the left, hit the drop down. All right. And then hit subscribers right here. And that's how we got there. All right. Just want to make sure you saw that. Okay. So it'll show the name of the person, because we asked it for the first name. So it gave us the first name. We asked it for the email address. You'll see the email address of the person. And the status says subscribed. I mean, the person subscribed, and it lets you know how long ago the person subscribed. All right. So now you done checked it like 6 different ways. You done checked on the AWeber side. You done checked that the person was added to your list, right? Then you could click the name. And when you click the name, you'll get the subscriber activity inside of AWeber, letting you know, okay, look, this person was added here 6 minutes ago. This message was sent to your packing checklist awaits. It was sent, and then it was opened. So not only was it sent, it was opened. And not only was it open, it was clicked. Right? You see that? So all it is, right, is letting you know. Now, obviously, if a person, hasn't opened your email yet, that's okay. It won't say open, but guess what it will say? It'll say sent. If AWeber did his job, and if AWeber didn't do his job, then I wouldn't have got the email. But I just wanted to show you, these are your checks and balances for yourself. You made sure that it went to your when you opted in, it went to your thank you page. So that way, you didn't break nothing that you previously did, from another video, right? We made sure that we actually received the checklist that we were supposed to receive into the email address that you put into the system, and we did, right? We made sure that when we received it, we made sure that the link inside of that email actually clicked. We was able to click that link to get it, right? Because it's one thing to receive the email, but it's another to make sure that link worked inside of it. Now, of course, yes, you could have checked that before when I told you how you could check. When you was doing your email, when you was creating the email inside of AWeber, and I told you could send a text message, you could have did that then, but we didn't. But it's okay. We here now, right? And then we also checked that we got an alert from HBA letting us know that we got a subscriber, right? We got that alert, right? And we also checked to make sure that this thing went inside of AWeber, right? And we saw that not only did the subscriber go into AWeber, it says that the message actually got sent the message. Those are checks. Those are checks just like that. Boom. You got them things done. You got that thing right. You ready. You ready to get this lead magnet funnel out and start popping out some leads, baby. So don't forget now, if you haven't watched those other two videos on how to, connect the API so that way it's integrated, HBA and AWeber is integrated. At the end of this video, I'm gonna have that for you on the end screen, okay? And if you haven't actually watched the video on how to create, one of these lead magnets or opt-in funnel is the video I did, but it'll be the same, okay? You can watch that at the end too, all right? Because I know you're ready to get about 100 leads a day, 150, get something. Well, all right, now you have your lead magnet funnel connected properly inside of HBA, right? You good, okay? And don't forget, I told you I was going to leave you at the end those two videos showing you, make sure that you have done your integration properly with AWeber, and making sure if you need to go over again how to create your lead magnet. I have a video I did on opt-in funnels. All right, you're going to be able to check that out. It's somewhere over here at the end of this video. Now for optimum success, okay, now yes, you can use this information for other builders, but for optimum success, I definitely recommend use what I'm using, baby. The HBA funnel builder. If you don't have it yet, drop down below. I'll put a link down below. And AWeber, if you don't have the best autoresponder, all right? I say that's the best because that's what I use. Link down below to go ahead and grab AWeber as well. And yes, okay, if you buy something through one of my links, I may get a small commission for it. Okay, it doesn't change anything on the price of your end. It helps me be able to support myself to be able to continue to bring you these hot videos. So much love, baby. All right, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, baby, so you can be alerted the next time I come up with some content, because I'm bringing it to you every single week. All right, other than that, you already know what we're going to do, baby. We're going to take this right to the top. All right, and we have